welcome to Top Settlement, the new video series I'll be doing in which I teach you guys how to up your settlement game. In this particular video, I want to go over the most essential settlement mods that are out in the Commonwealth right now, and that boils down to just about 4 of them. So let's go ahead and get started with the simplest one of all, which is spring cleaning by Nverjos. Anyway, it lets you clean up all the clutter in your settlements. If you noticed, I've been running around Sanctuary and it's looked awfully clean. Now, it's because of spring cleaning. I also like to combine this with the workshop budget console command, all one word, workshop budget. It'll get rid of pretty much everything that spawns in that particular settlement, and it'll get everything that is allowed to be cleaned up by spring cleaning as well, giving you a truly clean and perfect settlement. So now that you've got your super clean settlement, you're going to need to fill it up with some stuff. Why not start with, anything created by DD Productions 83. He is by far one of the best mod authors that there is right now, and he makes some truly amazing stuff, and he seems to do it almost effortlessly. Now, he has things like glass floors, and new lighting, elevators, bridges, stackable foundations. And if you're looking for a bigger project to tackle, I'd go with his new castle build set, which also goes really well with his new lighting set. It's all lore friendly, and anything that isn't lore friendly of his is still pretty badass. Now, he doesn't cover everything, and there's a good reason for that. Because NovaCoru was already covering that shit with Homemaker. And if you've been seriously into settlement building and you haven't heard of Homemaker yet, I'd be extremely surprised. At this point, Settlement Supply's expanded, it's just gone. There hasn't been an update. The author has disappeared for the most part. So if you really want to create amazing settlements with pretty much anything imaginable, go with Homemaker. They've added almost everything to the game. Almost every static item that you can think of that's in the game is probably added by Homemaker, and yet somehow he's still adding new objects. So definitely consider NovaCoru's Homemaker if you're really looking up your settlement game. And this one's an obvious one, I get that. But, some people still haven't gotten it. Some people still play with vanilla settlement making. And if you're on PC, vanilla settlement making just, it's not worth it. If you really want to up your settlement game, you've got to go with mods. So, once again, Homemaker is really great if you want to make something that looks kind of like this, that kind of thing that you can post on Reddit and say, hey, look, I made this, and you'll get at least 3 upvotes. Jokes aside, Homemaker is the best mod out there for adding new objects into the settlement creation menu, so this is the best option for you to really expand your capabilities. Now, what good would all those objects be if you couldn't place them wherever you wanted without restrictions? Now, this is a mod I just recently covered, but it's called Place Everywhere by TheLich. Now, it does exactly what it says. It is a mod that'll let you place objects anywhere that you want. Now, it lets you do that without the program that most of you know by now, Cheat Engine, which was used by Place in Red, which, if not carefully used, could get you VAC banned if you accidentally left it open during some other games. Now, the best part about this mod to me is how simple it is to use, because I didn't like Cheat Engine because I had to hop in and out of the program, click on some buttons, keep checking things. But with Place Everywhere, it's all built into the game. As long as you launch the game through Fallout 4 script extenders.exe, which is a built-in game launcher that'll go into your game files when you download the mod through Nexus Mod Manager, which does mean that you have to open up the game data files and do that from there, but that's a pretty simple trade-off for being able to place objects wherever you want. Now, once you've gotten into the game, you just have to place an object down and then pick it back up, and then you can place it wherever you want, giving you complete freedom to do whatever you want with your settlement, which should have been implemented in the very beginning of the game. But, Bethesda can sometimes drop the ball, quite frequently, almost constantly it seems, but, there's modders to pick up the slack, so whatever. And that concludes our first edition of Top Settlement. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down and tell me why in the comments. And if you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe, because there's going to be more of these with lots of tips and tricks. So stay tuned. See you guys.